All right, welcome back, guys. I know it's been a little while since I've done a video. That's because, as a lot of you know, I've been working on this side project, trying to get that ready and launch. I was planning to actually do that last week, but I ran into some technical issues, so I'm trying to work through those. I'm hoping to have it all fixed and launched at the end of this week. I can't wait to show it to you guys, and I'll be sure to make a video when it is actually launched so you guys can go ahead and check it out. So again, I cannot wait to show it to you. Just wanted to give you a little update on it. That's what I've been really working on. That's why I haven't been around making new videos and new reviews. But you know, again, I'm trying to get it all fixed, hopefully very soon. But for right now, just to get you guys a new video, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do a new review or look over a program for a review just because of this project. So instead, I'm going to go over 3 myths in the fitness industry that I think should completely go away because they're awful myths that shouldn't be around at all. So getting into it, the first myth here is high protein diets are really bad for you, really unhealthy, and are going to destroy your kidneys, make them explode and spontaneously combust or something. No, that's not true at all, okay? The premise behind this, guys, was that a few years ago, maybe a bit longer than that, there was some research that came out showing that, or according to this research, that it's going to destroy your kidneys, make them fail, cause renal kidney failure. But if you look at the research, the participants they had for this, or the people that they did the study on, already had renal kidney failure. They already had it before being put on the high protein diets. Okay, they already had damaged kidneys and all the issues that came with it. So the researchers, again, when they put them on high protein diets, said, oh, look at this. This is causing renal kidney failure. And it honestly duped a lot of people. They thought, oh my God, high protein diets is really bad. And you see it being shared on social media all over the place still. But again, the problem is that this research didn't really actually show it causing the renal kidney failure because they already had that issue. Maybe there's some evidence stating that if you had renal kidney failure to begin with, or kidney issues, then maybe putting on a high protein diet can aggravate it a little bit more, maybe make some of your symptoms a little bit worse, but it's kind of iffy in that area. However, there is research showing that if your kidneys are perfectly healthy, then a high protein diet is perfectly safe and fine. You're not going to die. You're not going to cause any kidney damage or anything like that. Jose Antonio, he's a professor at Nova Southeastern University down in Florida, and he also is the head of the Performance and Nutrition Lab down there. He conducted a study for 2 years, okay, on this very thing. He took a bunch of participants, put them on a really high protein diet where they were consuming very high amounts of protein every day. And I'm talking like 3 to 3.5 grams per kilogram of body weight a day. That's a huge amount of protein, okay? Some of the participants actually were having a little hard time keeping up with it, but they stuck out with it, and after the first year, and throughout the study, but after the first year, they gave blood tests, okay, for all the participants to see how they were all doing, and everything came back completely normal. Their blood tests were completely normal, their kidney function was completely normal, nothing happened to them. Now, people came out and said, well, you only did this for a year, how do we know the really long-term effects of it? So we said, okay, so we conducted the study again and continued it for another year. So 2 years total study. Again, at the end of those 2 years, nothing happened. The participants were perfectly fine. Their kidneys were perfectly fine, okay? So we have actual good evidence here showing that if your kidneys are perfectly healthy, then a high protein diet is fine. You're not going to cause any damage or anything like that. Okay, now, having said that, is there any reason for you to be on an extremely high diet, like 3 to 3.5 grams per kilogram body weight? No, there's no reason for you to do that. 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, or if you want it in pounds, around 1 pound per gram of body weight, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on the individual and their goals. That's all you really need, and it'll be more than sufficient to help with your strength and your hypertrophy goals in that regard, okay? But at the end of the day, guys, consume protein. Don't worry about it being unhealthy because it's perfectly fine. Myth number 2. This is about the term lactic acid. Again, all over social media, you hear about people talking about lactic acid that your body produces. You got to get rid of it as soon as you can during exercise. This is a horrible myth to be going around. I don't even know where it started from, where the term even come from, because the term lactic acid isn't actually a real term. It's not. Okay, it's often confused with the term lactate. That is the real term. Okay, so first off, what people consider lactic acid is that buildup when you have that pain during exercise, that really kind of painful burning sensation when you're during this intense set of an exercise. Okay, that is not lactic acid. That is an accumulation of hydrogen ions. That is what you're feeling. Okay, and it's not a dangerous or a really bad thing that you have to get rid of immediately, right? It goes away first off after resting for a minute or two. And then if it's still a little bit there, which sometimes it is after you finish your workout, it's completely cleared out on its own within an hour or two after your workout. It's not going to cause any damage. It's not a bad thing. It's just your body's response to the exercise. Okay, so stop worrying about it if you are. Now, in terms of lactate, the real term, all right, your body does not produce it. Lactate is a byproduct of fast glycolysis. Okay, your body has three main energy systems when it exercises that it uses. Okay, they're all being used at the same time, but one of them is a primary energy system that's being used depending on what that exercise is, more specifically the duration and intensity of that exercise. Okay, so you have the phosphagen system, you have the glycolytic system, and the oxidative system. And the glycolytic system can be broken up into fast and slow glycolysis. Okay, so fast glycolysis, the byproduct of that is lactate. That's where this comes from. So this is where it actually is. Your body does not actually produce it. It's just a natural byproduct of the energy system when you're exercising. Literally nothing you can do about it, okay? So don't even worry about it. Myth number 3, and this kind of ties in with the first one here, is that you have to consume supplements. You see it again all over social media. You know, again, this is really where a lot of these myths are really coming from because of the spread on social media. A lot of people show off the supplements that they're consuming, saying you need to consume this and this. No, you don't. They're there to supplement your food, but you don't need to consume them to make good strength gains or hypertrophy gains. In fact, in terms of protein and fat and carbohydrates, most of that, really, the vast majority of that should be coming from your food, from whole food sources, not your supplements, okay? The only real time that you need to consume a protein shake, for example, to meet your protein needs for the day is, let's say you're a vegetarian or vegan, in which case you're having a hard time getting that adequate protein intake from your food, which people on those type of diets do tend to have a hard time. Or if you're just having a hard time meeting your protein goal for the day, it can help. Because a protein shake, like whey or egg protein powder, is convenient and it's easy to consume, 25 to 30 grams. Real easy, in less than a minute, you're good to go. So it's a convenience and it's easy and it helps you to reach your goal, but you don't need to consume it to meet your protein goals. Okay, you should be getting the vast majority of from your food. Same with carbohydrates, same with fats, okay? In terms of creatine, that's really the only other supplement you should be considering taking. Again, is it absolutely necessary? No, you can still make great progress in the gym without creatine, okay? Has research shown that it does aid with hypertrophy and strength? Absolutely. Okay, is it that significant amount that's going to separate like this much? Probably not. Okay, if you want to take it, sure, go ahead. But do you absolutely have to take it? No. You don't need to take any supplement. Okay, you see bodybuilders all over the place saying, here's all the supplements I take. And why? And saying this helps me with this and this, and this. And then a lot of people believe in that, because they're taking supplements, that's what's making them look as huge and strong as they are. And therefore I need to consume that. That's not the case. That's an issue with social media and the issue with people like bodybuilders sharing all the supplements that they consume, because people oftentimes are on the assumption here that they need to be consuming these supplements. When in reality, that's not the case at all. So again, guys, don't rely on supplements. Get your diet in check. Consume whole minimally processed foods. By the way, I'm not necessarily talking about vitamins and minerals, those type of supplements. Some people do need those because of some health related issues or just the way their body is. Leave that to your doctor, okay? I'm not gonna recommend which vitamins or minerals you should be taking or how much because it's way out of my scope of practice. See your doctor about that if you do need to be consuming any of those. But I'm talking about like protein powders or creatine, stuff like that, which isn't necessary. So those are 3 main myths there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got some things straightened out. I don't know if you knew about these myths or what your thoughts on them before, but hopefully you found this helpful. All right, just to kind of tie you over. Before I get this project fully finished and all the glitches worked out of it, okay, like I said, I will get a video hopefully by the end of this week launching the thing. So again, I'm really excited. Stay tuned for that, guys, and I will see you then.